whiskey. And there's a Wet My Whiskey Wednesday, which leads to whiskey.
It's a Whiskey Wednesday.
It's a weed whiskey Wednesday. I like that, weed whiskey Wednesday. That's pretty enticing.
Whiskey weed.
But you know what, though? If we ever do that, though, we got to get a good whiskey. Like, that goes in one of those really cool glasses at the sipper with a cigar.
Like, how good, though? Because some of the stuff that's, like, too good, I don't think it's good.
What would you think is good?
Like, I mean, I like a Woodford Reserve.
Okay, we can do that. With ice?
Oh, of course.
And a cigar?
Well, and a little simple, too.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, yeah.
Like,
gotta do simple.
Gotta cut it.
Gotta do the simple. We gotta make that.
Because whiskey straight, I'm sorry, I'm a little soft for that.
It's grown on me. It depends on the brand. Some of it,
I rarely see you do that, though.
I don't buy it. It's
Yeah.
a lot of money. The real good stuff which I like, is a lot of money. It's like, no, not spending. I can't justify that to my wife. That's the kind of thing your wife looks at you and go, you have a problem. You really have a problem if you're doing that. If you have to go that far, it's just like, no.
So did we start and stop?
We did.
We did, okay.
We did. So we are back for segment 3. College football conference championship. Big weekend, Tom. Big.
Well,
This bracket. It's
our Christmas date.
It's also our Christmas date. That's being fair. That's the real reason why.
It's the husband-wife Christmas date.
It's huge.
First time ever.
First time.
It's the inaugural.
Is that what is the Christmas date?
Well,
Is this going to be a tradition?
Well, because
I, for one, love traditions. So if we're starting one here, I'm all for it.
So here's my thing. We used to have the Christmas party.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the friend group isn't the same anymore.
No, it's sad.
So that's not really going to happen
Sad
anytime.
times.
So I think we start this tradition, the Christmas date.
I like that. I do. I can get behind that. I can't get behind that.
You better not get.
No one in their right mind would get behind that, America. Anyways, IDT for
Well,
those you know.
typically, if you're behind it, it's not your choice.
That is the gas
You
bag.
get caught.
Tom is. I mean, the retardable one.
You
Tom
get caught
is.
back there. Okay.
I should say.
Let's act like you're
I
not.
apologize.
Let's act like you're not a bagpipe.
Maybe you didn't recognize him without his cap. This is Diarrhea
My
Jones. Diarrhea Jones, the diaper
shit.
of doom.
Where's my hat?
I don't know. Where's the hat?
Fuck.
Did you leave it inside?
I must have.
You must leave it inside.
Fucking ears are cold.
Put that hoodie up.
Hood sucks. It's
Put this
too
little
goddamn
snuggy hoodie
big.
up.
It's too big. It's like the fucking Emperor's hood.
Well, you are an emperor. You are an after that 15.
Anakin, you must fulfill your destiny.
You're supposed to let the hate swell through you.
Gee, it sounded like something quite large crashed
It
out
was. It was large. It was large and in charge. By the way, with 3:28 to go, the Duke Blue Devils in Durham 75. The number 2 ranked Auburn Tigers. The Tigers, number 1 offense in the land, boys and girls, 70. It is a Donnie in the Brook. Okay, here at Dago Donnie's. Did I say it right?
Mm-hmm.
I did say it right. Holy shit balls. That's impressive. I gotta tell you. I'm impressed with myself. Usually I fuck that up 6 ways to Sunday. So maybe it's growing on me. It's growing on me, America! Like a vile fungus. Anyway.
Ooh, what a shot.
So we got these conference championship games. This bracket is going to be decided this weekend. And by the way, this is the most anticipated bracket since Major League Baseball added the wild card. Just saying.
You're not going to say since the NBA play-in game?
Since the NBA in-season tournament?
Not since the Lakers hoisted their first banner.
Like, the Celtics aren't in that thing, and they have the second best record in the league. That's how ridiculously stupid this thing is.
Look, here's the thing. I think you're just a little salty that you're not going to get the hang of these banners.
I'm so glad this didn't happen, because if they even thought of hanging a banner, I would throw up all over my yard.
Dude,
I hope they never win that
thing. I thought about that tonight.
I hope they never win that thing. That
dude,
awful.
I had that same thought about the Knicks, because
that would be awful.
Somebody on Twitter said, if the Knicks win the cup, we celebrating. And
I
was like,
no.
You better not.
No. If you want to give them a trophy to put in the trophy case, sure, that's fine. But don't you dare put a banner up and do what the fake show did. That was the... If you even a Laker fan...
What if it's a mandate from the league?
No. You can't, why would the league mandate that?
Because they're trying to make it a thing.
They're giving them a trophy. Give them an awesome-looking trophy. So you can that can make it the symbol. That trophy's really cool. By the way, that's an awesome trophy.
It's called the NBA Cup. Why didn't they just do that?
You can. Well, maybe have you seen it? I haven't seen it. I don't even know what it looks like. It could be awesome. I don't know. It might suck.
No, the only thing I saw
It
was
might
a
suck.
dumb banner.
banner's terrible. The NBA could not have been that stupid. No. And I can do every fan who's a fan went, "Are you shitting me?"
Dude, did you see that if the Knicks had won by 40 last night, then y'all would have been in?
What?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
No, it's just silly shit.
That's ridiculous.
But there's all these like point.
It comes down to that.
Yes.
That's even more ridiculous.
So the Knicks were blowing them out by 37, and Thibodeau was like, "Well, fuck, I'm just putting my second teamers in there." Mm-hmm. They end up winning. They end up only winning by like 17, and because of it, the Magic get into the thing.
Because they came back and.
Because the point differential wasn't as
good. So someone really wants to hang one of those stupid banners.
And now anything can happen.
So
hey, look! Now that they're in the dance,
you know what?
Anything can happen.
Here's the real question: How, looking at the franchises that are in this thing, how many of them are dumb enough to put up a banner if they won?
I don't know. It's tough to say. It's tough to say.
How many idiot fucking GMs are thinking to themselves, "Ooh, that banner will look really good"?
I think 70%.
You think 70%?
Who's left? Atlanta would do it. Atlanta would do it.
They're losers. They're fucking losers. They haven't been good since they were like in the St. Louis Hawks.
Milwaukee would do it.
That's right. The St. Louis Hawks and Dominique Wilkins. That's your history.
Milwaukee would do it.
No.
Yes, they would.
No.
Milwaukee would.
They got 2 championships up there. You don't got to do it.
Since when?
They got Lou Alcindor and they got one from Giannis.
Dude, they'd put it up there. 2 championships.
I don't think Doc would do it. Doc's not that dumb. Doc would be like, "Don't do that. Give us a trophy. That's fine. Don't do it."
All right, is that all the teams in the East?
Orlando got in, right?
Do you think the Knicks wouldn't do that, would they?
I hope not.
God, they better not. Praying for a loss.
You're gonna be.
I'll be beside myself.
Oh my God! I'll be on suicide watching this happen. Oh my God! No. As a fan, you don't want to be a fan of that team that does donkey shit like that.
I can see you guys doing it.
No.
I can see, yeah.
No, because they got, you know why? Because they look up there and go, "There's 18 world champions." You can't fucking justify it.
No,
you can't justify
I could see y'all doing it and Tatum being in an interview going, "Look."
Do you know what happened when the Patriots fans got the 16-0 banner taken down?
Look. Oh, that's good.
They put it up and the fans demanded to take it down.
No, I think they should keep that.
No, they took it's gone.
Something.
The fans were so mad.
That's
take that fucking thing down.
Bitchy.
No, they lost.
It was a perfect regular season.
No, doesn't matter.
Still something to be proud of.
Doesn't matter. You got 6 Super Bowl banners
Still
up there.
No,
no, it's not. It's shameful. That was maybe the best team
you
ever
had. An undefeated regular season is better than an in-season tournament.
No. I'd rather win the world championship than go undefeated.
I just said it was better than an in-season tournament.
It's still not banner worthy.
It's historic.
It's not banner worthy.
It's historic.
I don't care. And neither does any real Pats fan. Like, nope. No. By the way, he
Maybe
held
the people that did it.
He had it up there. He had it up there
Maybe
for
the
2
people
years.
That actually did
I think Tom Brady said, "Take that fucking thing down." You fucking crazy. There's 6 fucking Super Bowls there.
I think he appreciated what they did.
Brady is still pissed about that they didn't win that game. So no, he'll never get over that. He actually offered to trade. He'd trade 2 of his Super Bowl rings for that one.
How did we get here?
Just the donkishness of what we say. I asked what franchise would be dumb enough to hang up the banner if they win that, like the fake shirt. And by the way, I'll tell you why they won't. The backlash the Lakers got for this from fan bases around the NBA, every owner heard
I could
that.
see the Pacers doing it.
No, Larry Bird's still there.
I don't care.
Larry Bird would never let that happen.
Tyrese Halliburton would be like,
Larry Bird would never. If he is still in that building, no way.
He's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he doesn't even know where he is.
Well, I'll tell you where he's not.
In that building.
He's also not at Dago Donnie's no more.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
He's on his way back.
Anyway, by the way, Little Larry wouldn't allow us to do that in here. He's not gonna let Tommy put up a 15-0. Little Larry would
couldn't
never
even handle a fall off a bar.
He fell the equivalent of 8 stories, Tom. Little Larry.
Drop my ass 8 stories. I'll bounce 6 and be right back up.
You'll bounce all right.
Like a cat. Like a cat.
Anyway, Little Larry would never let him hang a 15-0 banner for 1 week's pick. Little Larry would like, get that fucking thing out of here.
Dude, I could totally see the Celtics doing it.
No way.
And then they interview Tatum.
Why would you think they do that?
They interview Tatum and he's like, "Look, we've got a long history and it's time that I started forging my legacy."
This isn't LeBron James. He's the furthest thing from LeBron James.
Dude.
That's LeBron James.
I know, I'm just kidding.
That's
LeBron.
Tatum's a nice guy too. How dare you? That's terrible.
Dude, I love Tatum.
That's terrible.
I like Tatum more than you.
You say no. You know.
Dude, you said the worst things about that man.
I want that.
I've always
man.
supported him.
You want to know the truth?
I've always goddamn supported Jason
I
Tatum.
want to say one day that man was better than Larry Bird.
But you never will.
I don't know. No, because he gets in his own way. I want him to be that good, and I think he has the talent to be that good.
But also,
That's frustrating.
But also, the aura of Bird, the nostalgia of Bird.
That's never going anywhere.
Seeing Bird as a kid. I mean, I guess you weren't a kid.
I was a kid.
You were young, right?
I was when they won. I was 8.
8, holy shit.
In 81, I was 8. I was 11 in 84. I was 13 in 86.
Here's my thing.
I was a
Even
kid.
if he is or gets to a point where he's better, I don't see you conceding that because you still have the like
He
Larry
wins
Bird,
4
Larry
rings.
Bird was your hero.
He wins 4 rings. Yeah.
You'd still be like, but Bird.
No, Bird should have at least 5, but he was injured, and they were injured. I mean, and by the way, if Len Bias and Reggie Lewis didn't die, you'd have 10. I mean, shit. Talk about the greatest what if in NBA history. Those two together, 6'7", 6'8", and both of them gave Michael Jordan fits like you read about.
Let me show you an anticlimax.
I mean,
right there.
Oh,
7-point game with
this is a big win for Duke. If they win this, this is a
they
big
needed
win.
that.
Yeah, this is a very good team.
Because there was a couple of poopings they had earlier.
Yeah, but that's freshmen. They got freshmen. They're
Good
learning,
point.
and they're playing a tough
young.
schedule. Dude, they lost by 3 at Kansas.
Super young.
Think about that. They lost by 3 at the Fieldhouse there, Allen Fieldhouse in Kansas. You know how hard it is to win there? They lost by 3. They were a bunch of freshmen. And Proctor's a sophomore or a junior. But good win for Duke here tonight. Solid win. I got news for you. Auburn ain't going nowhere. They're for real.
Well,
Auburn's a potential.
You know
Final
what's
Four
interesting is that the number 1 team and number 2 team losing on the same night.
Yeah, Creighton beating Kansas.
That was it, Creighton. But still, that's an upset.
And it is. But Creighton is a good team.
But that's
It's
a pretty
not.
good, Creighton isn't ranked.
They will be now.
I certainly hope so.
They will be now.
They'll go, oh,
Kansas was undefeated.
Must have mismarked that team.
Ooh, where'd they come from?
Well,
Look at Cooper with the keep of the dribble. He falls on his ass.
that was the end.
Oh, look at that. That's tough.
That was a
play.
league move.
Yeah, that was league.
The slide down, hold your dribble.
Association wants video right now.
Documentation.
Yep. I want a training regimen. I want a schedule. I want everything.
Alabama gave the whap to North
I
Carolina.
want multiple screenings
All right,
daily.
we got to pick this shit. Wait. Aren't we supposed to be picking the football
We
games?
were. We went 12 minutes on dribble.
What were we talking about?
I don't even remember.
Jesus Christ.
That's so typical. Let me see here.
The fact that I truly don't remember what we just spent 12 minutes talking about is scary, funny, and also, not that big a deal.
This
But it's all 3 of those things.
This starts on Friday night, the first conference championship game.
Really?
Yeah, Friday night.
Who is it?
It's Western Kentucky versus Jacksonville State
No,
University.
that does not start on
It starts
Friday
at 7
night.
o'clock. Hold
Nobody
on.
gives a shit about that game.
That's the first conference championship. There's 2 more that
No
night.
one cares about that.
The next one? All right, so we're going to pick...
We're picking that game?
yes, we are.
Get the fuck
I
out
got
of
news here. We're going to take...
Western Kentucky.
We're going to go with Jayville State.
Isn't that... Well, didn't they recruit you?
No, that's University, the Dolphins.
University of Jacksonville?
No, Dolphins.
Yeah.
This is Jacksonville State University.
Okay. All right, so we're going with
We're
Jacksonville.
going Jacksonville. Now this one, number 20, UNLV, number 10, Boise State. This is going to be a good game.
Boise State better win that game.
UNLV is good.
Really?
Yeah,
What are they ranked?
they're ranked 20th.
So if they win that game, are they in the playoffs?
They're in the playoff.
And Boise's
Will
out?
be out. This is a big game. The
Boise's
winner of this
gotta win that
game
game.
is it. I'm just saying.
Boise's ranked 4.
Boise State has a running back.
Is it Smith? Is it Kevin Smith?
I've seen him play twice. He is yeah.
Well, UNLV ain't winning that.
But UNLV has a passing attack. Like they're good. I'm
When's
just
the
saying.
last time UNLV was good at football?
It's been a while. Been a minute.
Were they ever?
I don't know. I didn't follow them. I followed the
I've
running.
never heard of their football
I followed the
program.
running Rebels with Larry Johnson
Sure.
and Ogman and Andrew. That team was loaded. One of the best college teams you'll ever see. They were 30.
But
They were
also,
34 and 0.
Been a while since they were good.
Yeah.
Really sense that.
I think Boise does win this game. It is at a neutral site, though, I think. And then the last one, the game of the night, next one, Tulane at number 24, Army. Army playing for a conference championship. So they did not fade into that good night. Army's
Boise game's the game of the night.
It is, but Tulane's a pretty. That game's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, but neither one of them's doing anything, right? Neither one of them can get in the playoffs.
I don't. Well, Army has got one loss.
No way.
I'm not saying they get in, but you win to try and get in. By the way, when this goes to 16, this is gonna be amazing.
All right, so now
we're going with Army. All right, so Saturday. All right, so here's where it gets really crazy. At high noon. Number 16 on the bubble. On the bubble. We got a bubble watching football.
State.
This is Iowa State versus Arizona State.
I hate that
16 against 15.
I hate that game.
I don't know how good Arizona State is. I mean,
Do you know how good Iowa State is?
Well,
I
hold on.
haven't seen them at all.
Arizona State lost to Texas Tech 30-22, and they lost at Cincinnati by 10, 24-14.
Did Colorado beat Iowa State?
They hold on. They beat Houston. They beat Kansas. They beat Oregon State. They beat UCF. They beat Kansas State. They beat BYU by 5. I won that. BYU was undefeated until that game. They beat Arizona at Arizona 50-7. So those two wins at the end are pretty impressive. Because Arizona State's not a great team, but at home they've been pretty good. They've been dangerous. So they've whacked them. And BYU was undefeated at one point. So they're one of the two losses. So they're playing. They didn't play Colorado.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Now ISU. Let's look at ISU's schedule just to be fair. These two were kind of shooting from the hip on.
I thought that's what we were looking at.
Hold on. No, we were looking at Arizona State.
Oh, because I was asking if Colorado beat Iowa State.
No, we're looking at. What did I just do? Give me the damn schedule, you fucking donkeys. Hold on.
I really wish they hadn't lost that game to Kansas, man.
It kills them. Iowa State, who is, what is their record? Let's see. They are 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. They lost to Texas Tech by 1 point. They lost at Kansas by 9 points. Then they beat Cincinnati. They beat Houston. They beat Kansas State. So they've got 2 losses at Kansas and versus Texas Tech. But in terms of big wins,
Nothing.
I wouldn't. I think ASU.
Gotta go Arizona State.
Arizona State. Yeah, they haven't beaten anybody that makes me think they could pull this off. They've got a cupcake schedule like you read about. There's nobody on there that makes me go, oh, okay. No. So anyway, we're going with them. We're both going with ASU. Second one, Ohio at Miami of Ohio. Ohio in an upset. I've actually seen Ohio.
Nobody cares about that game.
Yeah, I'm going with Ohio. This is the big one. Number 5, Georgia at number 2, Texas. This is a rematch. Georgia went in there midseason and beat them on that field. The question is, and was posed to me the other day, what's changed between now and then between these two teams? Really nothing. Georgia still has the same advantages they had a month ago. Texas has done nothing to tell me they can stop it. Because Georgia won that game by 10. Yeah.
I got to ride with Texas because I picked them.
Let me see. Georgia lost at Alabama by 7, and they beat Texas by 15, 30-15. They lost at Ole Miss. Yep, who's ranked 16. So they beat Tennessee 31-17.
They lost to Alabama.
They barely beat Georgia Tech 44-42 in 8 overtimes.
They never should have won that game.
So they shouldn't have won that game, we're being honest. Now Texas, who Georgia did beat, okay, convincingly I might add. That's their one loss.
They got any big wins?
Let's see. I'll go back. I was just looking at the schedule. So when Michigan was ranked 10th, they went there and bent them over by 20.
That's a good sign.
They mollywopped Oklahoma, who beat Alabama last week, 34-3. They bent over Florida. They beat A&M by 10 at College Station, where Notre Dame is the other team to win that. Only other team to win there. Same by the same margin. So that's a good win. At Florida versus Florida by 20-something. The blowout of Oklahoma. They blew out Missouri State. They walloped. Who is that?
What is it?
That's some cupcake. Who's this one? Cupcake.
Beat them by 50.
Yeah, they beat two teams, 51-3 and 56-7, which is what they should have done. So I got to roll with Georgia on this one. Texas doesn't. To me, I don't think Texas is as good as their record. Georgia's going to beat them. Georgia knows if they beat them, they have a chance at a number 2 seed.
Georgia loses, what happens?
They
Could
probably
they fall out?
No.
They 3 losses then?
They lost at Alabama by a touchdown, and
Okay.
they lost
To Ole Miss, you said?
They lost at Ole Miss.
Just 2. So that
Just
would
2.
give them 3
That
losses.
would give them 3, but that would be Texas, who has 1 loss. It's in Texas, who they beat
I
earlier.
know, but people are going to be up in arms about 3 lost teams from the SEC.
I know. Look, I think Georgia is overrated, but I think Texas is too. I'm telling you, the parity in this. You know what's going to be great about this damn bracket is this is really going to show everybody how evenly matched these teams are. These 12 teams are going to be evenly matched in many ways, and some of these are going to shock you. They're not going to shock me. They're going to shock some of you. But that leads us. So we both got. Well, you got Texas. I got Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So hold on.
SVP's doing the highlights.
SVP and Cameron, they jumped on them.
Although we established a long time ago that in order to have 3 initials,
You gotta.
you really kind of,
You really gotta.
I mean, when you think about MLK, JFK,
The president.
FDR,
Yeah, legendary.
you know,
Texas, Georgia, we disagree on that one.
Ron
Marshall at the Raging Cajun. Louisiana University.
we don't have to pick that. We can go to the next
Raging Cajun.
We can go to the next game. Can we just pick the big ones?
I'm going with Marshall. Last 2 are both big. Number 3, Penn State at number 1, Oregon. Now,
I want to see Jimmy Franks win that game.
I got news for you. One of 2 things is going to happen here, and one is very unlikely.
The Oregon bum blast.
That's not the one that's unlikely.
That's the likely.
That's the likely one. Because this guy wets himself whenever he gets in a big moment.
Yeah.
And this team Oregon has a lot of talent. They've been in the last 3 playoffs. They've gotten better every year. There was no fluke there.
It's got a fake baby.
This could be a 51-14 bend over of a bend over. This could happen. If Oregon turns the ball over a couple times, then it could be a close game. I don't think Oregon loses either way. The question is, do they blow them out or is it close? If Oregon doesn't turn the ball over, I think they bend them over.
Yeah, if they blow them out, people are going to be wanting them out of the playoffs.
I don't know that they get in. Penn State has no quality wins.
Really?
Go look at their wins.
Jeez.
They have to. I think Penn State has to win this game because Indiana gets in and they get out. So anyway, because I got news for you. If Miami's sitting there with 2 losses at 13, and Penn State loses, just saying.
Oh, you move them in there?
Miami should not be out of this thing. Miami's getting screwed. Miami's 2 losses are at Georgia Tech, who it just took Georgia 8 overtimes to beat, and they blew a 21-point lead at the Carrier Dome to a team that's 9-3 and ranked. That's not a bad loss.
Yeah.
Some of these other teams have some bad losses.
The blowing the 21-point lead is bad.
That's bad, but Syracuse is a
But
good
losing
team, and
to
you
that
were
team
on
isn't
the road.
bad, yeah.
You were on the road too. It's
Yeah.
a tough place to play. So that's not a bad loss. They should have won it, but it shouldn't kill them. It should not kill them.
Yeah.
If Penn State gets bent over by Oregon,
Maybe you think about bouncing them.
are they really that good? Or just look at their schedule.
Well, how many losses would that would be their 3rd?
That'd be their. Let me see. What is their record? They got 2 losses or 1? Let me see. PSU. Let's see. They lost to obviously Ohio State. They got 1 loss. Ohio State and Ohio
So that
State.
gives them 2 losses.
But when you look at who they beat,
How many losses Miami have?
when you
2?
look at who they beat, I mean,
Nothing big.
West Virginia, Bowling Green, Kent State. The one good one, it was at home. It was early against Illinois, who is now ranked. They weren't ranked when they beat them. They're ranked now. They got them early.
Still Illinois.
It's Illinois, but they're ranked. UCLA, they barely beat USC, who Notre Dame just bent over. They took them overtime to beat them at USC. Notre Dame beat them by 2 touchdowns. And Notre Dame didn't play well. Wisconsin, Washington, who lost the entire offense and the head coach. And Purdue, who is they
Purdue
were at
loves getting bummed.
yeah, Purdue 49-10. Notre Dame beat them 66-7. Okay, Minnesota and Maryland's like 4-8. They stink. So where's the impressive? Other than if you want to give them Illinois, because they're now ranked,
Well,
but they beat them.
getting by on conference.
It's more about the reputation of the conference, which was enhanced because Oregon went there.
They also kind of get by on like mystique to their because they're one of the old original.
Michigan won the national title last year. Before that,
Yeah, but I mean,
Ohio State would get in the playoff, but never quite win it. They
Penn
always
State
choke.
still has some aura from like back in the day when they were dominant.
They do, but they have the reputation.
But the way they play is not like that anymore.
No. But the thing is, they actually have talent.
And the molesters are gone.
The coaches, I hope, right? But I mean, that's the thing. Like Penn State.
That's the one thing. I hate hating on Jimmy Franks because people revered what's his face for so long.
Joe Paterno.
And it turns out
He's a slime ball.
Yeah. Real major slime ball.
In a sea of pus.
And we hate Jimmy Franks, who doesn't seem like a slime ball.
Well, compared to him, he's not.
Right.
But Paterno wins, so he gets that, because he won.
That's crazy.
It is. Look at winning trumps everything. Look at what happened to Deshaun Watson.
You got trumped.
You're trumped. Deshaun Watson. Look at how do you have 25 different women, and you get your punishment is $230 million guaranteed? Are you fucking kidding me?
He doesn't even win.
No. He doesn't. He stinks. He's stunk since he's been there.
That's
one of the worst.
That's the double. Doozy.
One of the all-time biggest fuck-ups in sports history is that trade. Okay. So anyway,
it's
and
right
then
up
so
there with Matt
we
Patricia,
both got Oregon, right? Okay. So last one. This is going to be interesting. Clemson, SMU. I'm excited for SMU because a lot of the country hasn't really seen them. They
need to win that.
They are. I think they're going to win it.
Because they got to bring some respect to the ACC.
Dabo has let the ACC down because he has the talent pool. He had the resume. They'd won 2 national championships. He pumped out 2 first-round draft pick quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson and Sunshine. Mm-hmm. He had everything, and he's dropped the ball big time there. Clemson Tigers. They should be. He should have no problem getting talent. I don't know what his issue is, but she's got to be doing a better job in recruiting. They don't have the talent they once had. And they had it before Trevor Lawrence got there. They were getting good. They were good for a long time. They've gone down. So that's for them. Clemson really, for their reputation, needs to win that game. But SMU's the better team. SMU's the better team.
So we're going with the SMU.
I'm going with SMU. Yeah.
All right, I'll follow.
So that's the thing. So anyway, that is our pick segment, boys and girls. We're going to get off the air before Tom freezes to death. Although
I'm not that cold.
I think the tea did help. I think the tea was crucial.
Dude,
crucial
you know what? One thing that soured me a little bit on Dabo was when
his winning personality.
When NIL came about,
yeah.
Name, image, and likeness.
Yeah.
And he said, "We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness."
What a horseshit story that was.
And it's like,
what a crock of shit.
Who are you fooling?
What a crock of shit that was.
Okay.
I mean,
the money you're bringing in
when they bring
and
up
players can't get some and without you claiming God.
Yeah, when
fuck out of here.
When they talk about stacks of bullshit, like how high can you stack the bullshit? This one is right up there.
It's near the Empire State Building.
We're talking that. Yeah, you're not that far off. You're really not. I mean, that is one. As Jeff Bloom said so famously in what was it, Jurassic Park, goes, that is one big pile of shit. Just like when it was like a brontosaurus shit. It was like 8 feet high. It was like that is one big pile of shit. that is Dabo's bullshit right there. One big pile of shit. Okay,
we built this program.
Yeah, what a steaming pile of mastodon dung. Are you fucking kidding me? No one with a brain believed that. Okay, so anyway, if for nothing else, this is Clemson's chance to salvage their reputation. But SMU is the better team. And they've been consistent all year long. Now, again, their schedule to me, it's okay. It doesn't blow you away. But they've been impressive. Whoever you put in front of them, they pretty much dominated. So, except for the one loss.
Domination.
Yeah, so they've been pretty consistent. They've been way more consistent than Clemson.
I was thinking about it this summer.
Not this.
I was.
Why are you going to ruin my night with this?
Thinking through it, and honestly, for me, we built this program on NIL. We really did, and it's probably different than what you're thinking though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness, and that's how I look at it. So as things have changed, God has always been the foundation of what I do. And so, we've been dealing with his name, image, and likeness for a long time. And I think this new era has come forward.
That is a stenchy stench of bullshit.
God just continues to bless us here at Clemson.
This is that moment when you walk into the men's room and you don't realize the men's room you're walking into a toilet hasn't been flushed in a week. It's summertime.
A steaming pile of shit.
It's like 100 in there. The shit's cooking in the fucking bowls. And you open that thing and you're damn near almost pass out. You turn around and you run. You don't walk, you run. Everybody here has walked into one bathroom like that in their life. Every man has anyway. And you remember it. You're just like, whoa, fuck. You go back and your friends are always asking because your life is flashing
I
your
don't
eyes.
know that I've ever ran.
And your friends are like, are you okay? I'm like,
I don't
dude.
think I've ever ran
you
out of a bathroom.
You don't say yes or no. You say, dude, don't go in that bathroom.
Okay, so bathroom story.
Yeah.
The worst bathroom I ever walked into.
Oh.
I went to stay with one of my friends.
Horrifying.
He went to the school Radford,
Yeah.
which is in southwestern Virginia.
Yeah.
Not West Virginia.
Radford University.
Radford University.
Division I, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I think they got into the tournament.
They did one.
They've gotten
a couple
in a few
times.
years,
Yeah.
I went to visit him. He was in a frat.
Huh?
One of the bathrooms
Frat
in his house.
God, yeah.
One of the bathrooms in his house, the toilet was clogged.
Oh,
Like-
God.
Like a terrible clog. And they had a massive party, and people were pissing and shitting in it.
Oh,
Like it was a porta potty.
that is terrible.
Like you come in
That's
and this toilet is clogged and you shit on it.
That's just terrible. What are you looking at? What are you thinking?
What are you doing?
What's wrong with you?
Then
That's
they,
not funny. It's
then
gross.
They had a room, right, that had no furniture in it.
Yeah.
Right, it was wood floors.
Yeah.
But it was covered with dog shit. It was their room where they let the dog go shit.
Really? That's disgusting.
It was an entire room full of dog shit.
That's
and
disgusting.
then
You ought to be sued for that.
and then the basement, dude. The basement was gravel with like big squares of plywood placed down. And there was a couple couches down there, and I was like, I think I went down there once, and I was like, I feel like I don't feel comfortable in this fucking place. Like I don't know if roaches are gonna come out of the walls or I don't know. So it was strange.
I don't know. But frat houses are notorious for just disgusting
Just
behavior.
disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I was never into frats.
No, I wasn't either.
I really hope when our kids go to school, they don't
go to a frat. Especially my son. Oh, God.
I know.
He's a filth bag. He'll fucking.
He's a filth.
He'll
Well,
fit
he
right
could
in.
be. He could become a filth bag,
No,
like
he is a
all
filth bag.
guys.
We have to fight him to get in the shower every day. It's ridiculous.
Dude, John will shower for an hour, and then we wipe under his neck, and it's dirty as fuck.
Yeah, my son, it's a rock fight to get him in there. I just pray he knows how to wipe his ass.
John loves showering, but he doesn't.
I just pray he knows how to wipe his ass. That's all I can do at this point. Is just pray he knows how to wipe his ass.
Did you show him?
Yeah, I did. Does that mean he retained it?
True.
No.
True.
No.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I told him I gave him the front to back to front option depending on your needs.
Right.
Whatever works best for you.
Yeah.
You know, don't hate. Just do
Yeah,
it.
whatever you got to do
Whatever you got to do to
make
get it
sure
out.
it's clean.
Make sure it's. I don't care what you do.
I don't care if you pop out a
As
shoulder
long as
sock.
it gets the desired results, have at it. Okay. So anyway, but yeah. So why did we?
Where
go?
is Pipey, folks?
Where is
Pipey? Where is that ever elusive Pipey?
Yes.
I just can't find it.
Can't imagine where on this
God
set we could
damn
have
it.
put him.
Must have stuck it behind the
Not like he
jersey.
can hide in broad daylight. Damn.
God damn, he's a chameleon.
Incredible. He just blends right in. Poppy just knows how to do that.
Giant glass dildine.
He blends in like Poppy blended into the cleanup spot for the Red Sox for 3 World Series.
I don't think he blended.
Oh, he blended.
He stood out.
He was the blender. Anyway, that's gonna do
Didn't
it for our,
blend in. He did the blending.
That's gonna do it for our show.
He didn't blend in. He did the blending.
You enjoy the championship weekend. We'll be back next Monday to recap, and will the brackets be set Sunday night? That'll be a bracket show.
I think there's a selection show on Sunday.
This is gonna be we're gonna be back Monday night to talk about this. This is gonna be fun. This will be a lot of fun. Plus Celtics next updates.
Sunday night.
Maybe if you want to do Sunday night, we'll see. We'll play it by ear.
I'm usually a bitch on a Sunday night.
Sunday you want to just snuggle up and sleep. It's just like a sleepy. You want to watch football and fall asleep. Just fall asleep watching football.
It's
Not
nice
even worry
that
about it.
tomorrow's Thursday because we're close. We're close to the end of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. Finish the week strong. We'll see you maybe Sunday, maybe Monday. We'll figure it out. But until then, the redoubtable one, the highly question one. You guys know the drill, boys and girls.
2 L's and a couple of guns.
Yep. Yo ho and a pair of milk balloons.